Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We recently had done a video about a channel called AFTAB-e-Shia, where they discuss and they go over a fatwa of Sayyid Sistani, where we basically go over it and basically show that the fatwa that they discussed about Sayyid Sistani, they misattributed it to him, and they basically completely misrepresented his position, at least in that fatwa. So I've seen a recent video that they released after that, where they must have watched our video and they actually rectified their position and actually came out and apologized. So I just wanted to basically quickly comment on that, keep it quick, which was a message of appreciation from myself, especially because we made the video, and I find it very sincere that they came out and accepted that they were wrong on the issue, and literally deleted their video and even said that, we were wrong, we didn't know, so, ask forgiveness, whatever. So I just wanted to basically give them a message of appreciation and salute from me, because it takes a big man to accept when he's wrong. So literally just a message of appreciation for myself. And if Sayyid Ali Hurd, you would like to add something on that, Sayyid, that would be good as well from yourself, because you can, add to it. But that was all from me, basically. Sayyid, I'll give you the floor.
Definitely. Assalamu alaikum. I would also want to join you in expressing my appreciation and admiration to the channel and those responsible for it, for rectifying their misattribution of Sayyid Ra'ad's commentary to His Eminence Ayatollah Sayyid Ali al-Husseini as-Sistani. So this is definitely something worthy of appreciation, and it reflects humility and sincerity. I believe we should all have this attitude whereby we don't do takabbur, we don't behave with stubbornness and arrogance in front of the dalil and in front of the evidence. So this is what we hope and pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that we also exhibit and have the tawfiq to show that this is not about, there's no place for arrogance and stubbornness in these kinds of matters. Okay, it's all about dalil, it's all about evidence, it's all about what can be verified against the Quran and the Sunnah and the teachings of Ahlul Bayt alayhimu salatu wasalam. My only message to them and other such platforms beyond this, in terms of the lessons we can all learn, including myself, from this, is that we shouldn't be very, I noticed this tendency within some of our detractors and critics, is that because they somehow perceive us as being some kind of, anti, I want to assure them we're not the enemy, and we're not anti any sect or any sectarian paradigm in that sense. We're not the enemy. We are your friends. We are people from your own community, and we desire the best for you. And we, by our study of the sources, have understood fully well that the khair of dunya and akhirah and this ummah lies in subscribing to and realigning ourselves with the actual teachings of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimu salatu wassalam, and not the falsehood that the ghulat attributed to them. So when we make our presentations, we put in a lot of effort, a lot of research, a lot of study. We do our homework. We try to fact check everything before we present it. Our request and our expectation from you is that you shouldn't listen to us with a polemical frame of mind, because we are not polemicists. Islaah is about genuine and sincere reform. We are sincerely trying to present to you what we believe is the actual teaching of Ahlul Bayt alayhimu salatu wasalam, and what the actual researches of the highest level scholars from the school of Ahlul Bayt have shown. So when you listen to our presentations, you shouldn't have a polemical or overly defensive or adversarial kind of mindset, whereby you're just looking for loopholes and points to attack and refute. And you shouldn't rush and be in a haste to attack and refute, because this is what will lead you to fall into these kinds of blunders. In research, even at the PhD level, we always teach this to our students at our university, is that whenever, even in your PhD, in your research paper, dissertation, whenever you're going to refute a position, first make sure you understand it, you understand the sources it is based on, you understand the evidence behind it, and most importantly, in Arabic we say at-ta'anni wat-tarayyuth wat-diqqa. To maintain accuracy, you are supposed to take your sweet time. Don't be in a rush to pass judgment, to attack, to accuse, to vilify, to malign, to discredit. Whatever you're dealing with, listen to it, thande dil se, as they say, coolly, calmly, reflectively, critically, and hear the person out in full. AFTAB-e-Shia, they apologize, but the website, I'm not so sure. I don't, the Burning Door website, I don't think, I've not heard any report of them apologizing.
I wouldn't hold your breath about apology from a website like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you see, their attitude was, as you can see on their page, they didn't even hear out the full, it's like the guy was watching the video, he saw one part and he just was like, okay, this is enough, I want to refute. He didn't even wait to watch the end part of the video, where what he was accusing us of hiding or trying to cover up, we actually presented. Yeah. So basically, look, if you want to be taken seriously in the world of academic criticism, make sure you try and understand the other perspective, hear them out in full. Okay, don't just watch one episode and say, okay, let's start refuting. Hear us out as we speak and as we present our evidence throughout the series. Listen to the lecture, reflect the evidence. We're presenting you sources. Go and check them if you are okay. Consult your own scholarship. Do all of that, and then we're not imposing our views and opinions. We're not dictating terms to you and saying you have to accept what we are saying. You have your own intellectual freedom. But at the end of the day, whether you accept what we are saying, whether you reject, it should not be driven by emotions. It should not be driven by this desire that I just want to refute you by hook or by crook. I don't care if I have to, misrepresent Ayatollah Sistani and misquote some other marjia or this kind of approach is not healthy. Rather, healthy approach is you understand what the person is saying, and then you're free to agree or disagree, but do so after doing the homework, after doing the due diligence.
100%. And that's the AFTAB-e-Shia is from, like you said, is from their scholars. We would expect this from the scholars. We would expect this kind of approach from laymen, but as their scholars there, we would the approach that you've given, Sayyid, we would expect this from the scholars. So now, Sayyid, that you've said that, and just the last kind of closing point, like we said, this is a Shia reform movement where we're trying to take Shiism back to its original form. It's not a anti-Shia movement. Okay, so like we're not some anti-Shia kind of nasty type guys that are trying to go against Shiism. No, we are real Shia ourselves, and we're taking you towards original Shiism. So keep that in mind when you're dealing with us. We're not here to say Shiism's wrong. We're here to say ghulu, bid'ah, and shirk is wrong.
Exactly. And the ghulat have disfigured your narrative so much that now when we present to you the actual teachings of Ahlul Bayt, we start looking like, well, a'yadhu billah, we are anti-Shia, or we want to refute Shi'ism, well, a'yadhu billah, or anything of that sort. Same as the Maulanas tell you about the 12th Imam, that when he will come with the actual Islam, people will say, oh, he has brought some other deen. It's not what we grew up with. So that kind of, that I see us experiencing similar kind of reactions when we present the actual teachings of Islam as transmitted by the Ahlul Bayt. People start doubting our tashayyu, and they start thinking that we are some kind of Sunnis or Salafis, or we are not. We don't subscribe to any sectarian, khurafat infested paradigm. We're simply endeavoring and trying our best to present to you what can be authentically verified to be the stance of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimu salatu wassalam.
Upon the Quran and the established Sunnah, and upon Tawheed, which is the main kind of focus of this deen. So thank you so much, Dr. Sayyid Ali Hur. Thank you for coming on and that point. And respect to AFTAB-e-Shia for putting out that retraction and that video so quickly. And with that kind of sincerity, inshallah, we can go far, inshallah. And hopefully in our future videos, and they will reflect and watch our videos. And, inshallah, man, Allah guide them and Allah guide us, inshallah.
Inshallah. And hopefully the Burning Door also follows their noble example.
Inshallah. Inshallah, Allah. we do dua. All right. Thank you for coming on for that, Sayyid. Thank you so much. And to the viewers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.